What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a game called TimeMelters. This is an odd title, and I was kind of on the fence about it because, like, I find the art style, like, it's got, like, a real uncanny valley thing going on. Like, the main character's got sort of, like, a Tim Burton-esque, like, Corpse Bride, dead-eyed stare thing that I was just like, I don't know, man. But this is a weird game, dude. I've gone through kind of the demo that they've sent over, and I don't think there's been any game that's quite dealt with chronomancy quite like this one. So this is a game that is of Celtic origin. You are a sorceress and her brother. And if you really boil it down to its constituent parts, it's kind of a tower defense game, but it sort of seeks to answer out the question, like, what if in a tower defense game, you did the stuff that you were going to do, and then when you die, you're automatically teleported in time back to the beginning. A copy of yourself does all the things alongside you in that timeline that you did on the previous attempt, so you can ignore all the stuff that they're working on, and then you take the next copy of yourself and work on, like, another crisis. And then once that person has dealt with that crisis, you open up a third timeline, and you go again until everything is dealt with all inside the same playthrough. It's kind of hard to describe in that respect, but that's TimeMelters. We're going to dive on in today, take a look at the demo. This is a very, very early tech demo, kind of like playing around with the project and showing it off. This is by no means a completed project, so keep that in mind as we're watching. But we're going to spend about 30 minutes with it and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If you wanted to do that, I'll have a link for you down below in the description. That'll be next to my Discord, my Twitch stream, and my Twitter. Right now, I've been going really, really hard on the new Ideology RimWorld expansion, and so that's what you can look forward to this week if you swing on through the stream. But anyways, let's start the demo, because we got a lot of ground to cover before it really opens up. In this situation, I think it's a really good idea that we play through the tutorial so that you can kind of... This game is really, really hard to describe on sort of like a theory level. You kind of have to see it in action for the whole thing to make sense and be like, oh. And in fact, the game actually recognizes that in the tutorial where it's like, if you don't understand what I'm explaining to you, play around with it. It'll click. And it's like, it absolutely does, actually. After you play around with it a little bit, it all becomes like second nature, and you're like, oh. So it's like I'm playing 3 tower defense games on the same map at the exact same time with 3 different timelines that are all doing their own separate thing. Like, it makes sense, though, but here we go. Let's dive on in. So here we are, at the beginning of the game. I know of all this might be weird, and that you're certainly not used to hearing another voice in your head, but everything's going to be explained soon. Let's hurry and find the Void Stone and reach Amanon and Lord Ermel. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to skip some of the dialogue along the way because the game can be a little bit wordy. As of right now, we don't have any special time powers. We just shoot little, like, mana bolts out of our hands, and we got to kill off all these weird little demon zombie guys that are attempting to, like, overthrow the world. So there it is. We've destroyed the first batch of enemies. All right. To the grimoire, because it wants me to look at it. I have looked at the grimoire. Let me pass the level. So left-clicking shoots our little spirit abilities. A well-done, use teleport. All right, so teleport's a fun ability because you can put a teleport point down, and anybody in any timeline can use that teleport point. In case you were wondering how that functions, our mana meter is at the middle of the screen right here. And we're going to teleport back and out of the way so that he can't catch us. There it is. Nice little blink. And down goes the remainder of the enemies. That's going to be a really important ability. Try to keep that one in mind because that's actually one of the more esoteric, weird abilities in the way that you can kind of, like, deploy it. We've got a bunch of enemies in front of us. The game is explaining that we have an AoE knockback that we can use if we end up pressured, in case you were wondering. Mana respawns very, very slowly in this game. It's not at all uncommon for you to end up with no mana left, and so just try to keep that in mind as you're playing. I should have put down a teleport point. This is a mistake. Now I'm out of mana, and this last little dude is just trucking towards me right now. There we go. He knocked him out. All good to go. Standing in the grassy fields. All right. So over here, we have Spirit Orbs. Spirit Orbs can be used to animate the map, so we can make a tree come alive and murder a bunch of people. We can make, like, a big statue of a dude turn into a golem. We can do all kinds of, like, crazy stuff with our animation protocol, which is exactly actually what we're going to do. So I'm going to cruise over here after pressing the 1 key, and we are going to animate that tree right there. And then it is going to thrash the ever-loving hell out of our enemies. I'm going to put my teleport right there, and I'm going to kind of, like, push forward. I feel like I have enough mana. As you can see, the tree is going to be over here just, like, fatalitying people, kind of Whomping Willow style. We can help out if we want to, but it's not entirely vital right now. And as you can see, I think it chucked that guy. He's like flying off into the distance right now. Thank you, tree. I appreciate you. We also have the ability to freeze down enemies in case you wanted to, so that's our next ability. And we can freeze these guys to the ground right there so that they cannot approach us. Then on this side, we can animate that tree. It'll whomp some of these guys right here. And then my suggestion would be that we set up over on this side so that they run into the tree and they get beat up by him. And then if they close the gap with us a little bit too hard, we can just teleport back and like the hell out of here. Doesn't look like it's going to go that way though, but down they go. Thank you, tree. I appreciate your contributions to my continued survival. All right, so the spirit of some enemies can be liberated when you kill them. In this mission, we're going to invoke a fire spirit. Fire spirits are basically like a fire turret that just like fires at things. The downside is the fire turret has its own aggro, meaning that when it deals damage, the enemies are going to like run up on it and smack the ever-loving hell out of it. And so we kind of want it to be like a little bit further back. We're going to put our teleport over there. There goes the fire spirit. We're going to try and like occupy them a little bit over here. Down goes our fire spirit. Unfortunately, he's a very wispy spirit. He didn't get his Wheaties this morning. He didn't start out on his A game. He's like nutritionally deprived. Poor guy just needs some red meat in his diet, man. All right, so there's a void stone over here. Void stones allow you to teleport in between points on the map. This gets really, really important for traversal once you get into like the really big maps where you need to be paying attention to like a dozen things at a time. Having one character able to move around and get all your traps ready, like right at the beginning using one of these stones right here, can be a really big deal. It can be a really big deal and very, very helpful. There's Ammonon. Thank the flow you arrived. As you can see, things aren't going as planned, and they so rarely do these days. Not only have I lost track of Lord Ermel, but Bonewalkers have taken over Haven Hill. We need to find a way to take back the city and save any survivors that we can locate. I apologize for what's coming ahead, for throwing you into the fray with no explanation, but we need to kind of scare your powers out of you. What are you saying, Ammonon? No time to explain. Protect me while I open up a time rift. Attend me well, and we will come to the tricky bit. There's going to be a lot of confusion ahead, but I'll explain everything as soon as we dispose of the undead. Okay, disposing of the undead it is. We've just got to keep them alive. This is the first mission where we have an active timeline, so try to keep that in mind as well. So we actually get to fight alongside ourselves as we get further on into this one. The little guys with the little balls above their heads, those guys are the guys that give us spirit orbs, and I tend to target them very, very early on in the mission. Actually, I take it back. Let's restart from the last checkpoint. I think I can do better here. All right, so we're going to put down a teleport right away when we start out. So there it is right there. I don't have any spirit orbs, but I can buy us some time over here. Not very much, mind you, but I can buy us some sort of time. All right, we've liberated those spirit orbs. We've got to recharge. There's our AoE knockback. We teleport back. We don't want to animate the trees in this timeline. Fair warning. Animating the trees in this timeline is going to kind of be a mistake because like they're going to be animated too late to get anything done. Now, I'm going to let myself die right here, and what you'll see is that we rewind, and look right there, our character is now going about the business of the things that she needs to do, which leaves me free to come over here and animate the tree, and then also put down a fire spirit, which we're going to defend with our lives. So there it is. The fire spirit has drawn aggro. We got a little bit of a knockback right there. It's going to buy us some time. We're doing a pretty good job whittling these guys down. I do wish that the blue projectiles had a little bit of like a heat-seeking element to them. It would be a little bit more helpful, but I think we aced this one using only 2 timelines, so I think we're good to go. No damage on the guy that we were supposed to protect. All of this might be confusing, but our friend Ammonon here is a time melter. That's to say he's capable of hearing thoughts, thus hearing voices in my head as I speak, and also capable of creating time rifts that allow him to manipulate the very fabric of time. And you have a unique ability which appears only when these time rifts are opened. As long as a time rift is open, you can actually see the future. In that state, you can interact with everything around you, and you can see the outcome of upcoming battles, cast spells, and so on and so forth, at a moment of your choosing, or when the enemy is about to kill you, time rewinds and you go back to the moment of the creation of the time rift. Now, when you go back in time, you create an echo of yourself, a copy, if you will, which will reproduce every action you just performed. The echoes of your past selves will allow you to be in multiple places at the same time on the battlefield. Just to add to the confusion here, know that some entities exist outside the passage of time. Spirits, for example, are not affected by it. That means once you've absorbed a spirit and used one to cast a spell, it's gone forever and won't reappear when you rewind time. I told you all this might be a tiny bit confusing, so the best way to explain how your powers work is just to move forward. Now, let's take back the city by the east gate while Ammonon opens a time rift. Alright, off and away we go. We gotta save the city. I don't have any spirits right now, which kind of sucks. Wish that I had spirits, but I do not. So I'm gonna put down my teleport right there, just in case I need it. And we're going to use this first life to grab as many spirits as we possibly can, knock all them back. Where's my guy with the spirit on his head? There we go. All right, so we got all the spirits, and so down we go. Our teleport still exists, though, because I never used it, so we're all ready to rock. Now we need to animate that tree. That'd be a very smart idea. We also need to animate that tree. I probably did that late in the timeline. I probably should have done it a little bit sooner, but that's life. Now the second wave is coming on through. And actually is not really going for... Oh, gross. Okay, so that kind of sucks. Fair enough. Fair enough. So what I'll do here is we'll put one of you down right there. And then I don't have anything else. Oh. Alright, auto-teleported me back. I'm okay with that. Let my mana come back. And I need you guys to come over by the tree. That's what I need from you guys more than anything else, is you guys need to be on the tree. There we go. So we pulled him back over to the tree. Oh, I got zombie, dude. I didn't see that guy. He went for my fire spirit and then broke off. I do like the little fatalities when you end, but I do think they could afford to be a little bit more brutal. You know, like lots of screaming and crunching noises and blood and all that fun stuff. All right, knockback. Perfect. Continue killing everything that I can kill here before my already limited mana runs out. First timeline looks okay. We'll get that over there. We'll get that over there. I'm going to pull back and over by this tree. We'll keep an eye out for anything that wants to hurt us. And it looks like we've got the first wave down. I'm going to put a fire spirit right there just to sort of bait them into this area. And then we're also going to tie them down right there. But if we deal any damage, they get freed. And so... Is that it? Hey, good, we got it. We only used 2 of our 3 timelines. Looks like the city's deserted. No trace of Lord Earmill anywhere. By the Moon Mother. Isn't that one of Ermill's men over there? He'll die before we can reach him. It's time for you to learn another trick. Your teleport spell also works out of time, just like spirits. That means if you mark a teleport spot, you'll stay in place, even if you go back in time. All right, so here's what we got to do. We got to run down there, put a teleport by him after he's already dead, and then on the next timeline, we've got to teleport to the previous teleport that we put down. I know that sounds confusing, but in actuality, it's actually really, really simple. This is not going to be hard to accomplish. So we put that right there. And then we press R. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right, so teleport down, rewind time. Teleport's still over there. We use the teleport to get over here. And then we run up on some zombies, and we save Kiltman. You saved me. You have the gratitude of me and mine. Where's Lord Ermill? We got ambushed just a bit north from here. We need to try and save him. Well, Tegan, I guess this is another thing you need to learn about. Astral projection. Clear your mind and find Ermill. All right, so this is another tool that you have inside your tool belt. You can astrally project yourself, and inside of astral projection, you can cast spells. You can't attack things, but you can cast spells like animating trees and stuff like that. And so anyways, we can cruise around inside astral projection mode right here. I happen to know where Ermill's at. He's over on this side. So I think he's over here. Oh, I gotta hit every single one of these, kind of like Superman 64 style, before it'll actually trigger the tutorial. Learn fast. Aside from basic spirit strikes, you can cast almost any spell when you're in spirit sight. Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to put a spirit on that tree right there so that we can save Lord Ermill's men. Instead, the zombies are going to get all kind of like terrified, and then they're going to get stomped out by the power of the mighty oak tree. Perfect. And our little dudes have escaped. You did good. With you on our side, we stand a chance against the Shadow Queen. What was that? What happened to the trees? Was it you? We don't have time. What's the situation up north, Lord Irmil? Nightmarish. Corrupted or burning down every single village. They spare no one. Worst of all, a huge army is coming this way, and from what the scouts told me, they'll reach Haven Hill in 4 or 5 days at most. Then we have no choice. You must come with me to Avoncy. We'll cut through the Devil's Ridge and we'll try to reach the outpost to save what's left of the broken chain. If any keepers are out there, they're going to need our help. In the meanwhile, Lord Irmil, get every soldier you can from the surrounding villages. Prepare the defense of Haven Hill and we'll come back to help you fight the Bone Walkers. I will. Good luck to all of you. Avoncy lies quite close now. The flow can be thanked and praised. I won't rest easy until we arrive. Amanon, over there. Bone Walkers and Pawns. By the stars, there's so many, I'm not sure I'm up for this. This timorousness does not become you, Hawklet. Damn their souls to chaos. Well, the sun is still high. That's in our favor. It's better to fight Bone Walkers during the day when they're weaker. I see no other choice. We gotta push through. There are 2 void stones. Do you see them? That's a piece of luck and no mistake. Furthermore, the greater moonstone could prove to be useful as well. Piece of luck indeed. I'll open a time rift so that you can create echoes, but mark me well. To channel such powerful magic drains away my life energy, and I do not do so lightly. Like before, I'm counting on you to protect me, even as you blast the corrupted. This is no joke. If I die, the time rift crashes to a close, and you can't go back in time. Remember, I'll wait for your order before triggering the rift. However, if I'm about to die, you will have to trigger it, or all will be lost. Okay. So from here, we can take a look at the map and figure out the paths that all the enemies are going to take. It actually kind of reminds me of Sang-Froid, if you ever saw that game too. Cold Blood or whatever is an old indie game that hasn't aged super well. It was one of the original indie games on Steam. But it was kind of similar to this, just without the time traveling mechanic, where you were a guy running around with a rifle fighting werewolves that were attacking your lumber mill. And so anyways, we've got some dudes over here. Pretty big batch of them. 13 over there. We've got 2 over on this side, which is actually pretty easy to resolve, I should think. And there's 2 spirits over there. There's 2 spirits over there. Those guys have 2 spirits. They have 3, and they have 3. Okay, so we got to kill every single last one of these guys. There's a lot of trees we can activate over here. So, getting our hands on as many spirits as possible, I think, is kind of the secret to this. All right, there goes the time rift. Let's see if we can knock this thing out. All right, so teleport's going to be right there. We're going to go wipe these 5 over on this side first, I think. That's where I'm going to start this little adventure. Okay, we got him. All right, so what I want to do now is we need to activate this teleport stone so that we can move freely. We've got 2 spirits, but I don't want to deploy them just yet. So that's now open. We're going to teleport back over to here, and hopefully I can get my hands on this teleport stone before anything goes too crazy. There's 2 guys over here. That's a couple more spirits that we can play around with. Those guys haven't arrived yet, so we're still in good shape on this side. I'm going to activate this dude right here, and then I don't know exactly how I'm going to help out here, but I'm going to do my best. If I can pull them back over this way, that might be an actual equitable good idea. Oh, I pressed Q, but it didn't count. Oh, no, dude. Okay, so what we need to do is astrally project over to here, and I need that tree to be activated, that tree to be activated, that tree to be activated, and that tree to be activated. There we go. So they're now going to get peppered and messed with this entire time. Unfortunately, the cooldown on... Well, actually, no, the cooldown on my knockback is back up. That's good. That's real, real good. I'm going to go fight these guys over here and just see how much damage I can do. I can't guarantee anything super efficient on this side, but I'm going to do my best. They are going to speed up once I start firing. I should have put down... Oh, I don't have another teleport point. That's unfortunate. Okay, so all the ones with spirits are on that side. That's good. That's real, real good. She's now down, so now we're on our 3rd timeline. With our third timeline, I need that to be activated, and I need that to be activated to help her out over there. And then we are going to go target the guys on this side, although I'm not convinced that that's going to go crazy well. It may take us a couple tries to get this just right. I don't know. I guess it also kind of depends if those guys are going to roll up behind me, which is a possibility. So if they're going to aggro and come up, we got other problems. So she killed them off over there. It is possible to kill off your echoes on accident, though, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I got to figure out the timing on this one. I got to figure out the timings. Okay, so let's try to start with these guys this time. See if that goes a little bit better. I think I can liberate both of these at the same time so that we can move around a little bit quicker. But I think it's going to come down to the placement of my traps. That's what I'm really thinking with this one. All right, so you guys are both down. I have both of your souls. We come over here. We activate this. We teleport back. You guys are a little bit closer, which I'm not crazy in love with. Okay, all of them are down. We got to activate this other stone over here. But we do have a bunch of souls to play around with, although I'm not going to actively use them until I feel as though we're ready to rock. So I bring her back over here through here. We come out on this side, and we start hectoring these dudes. Yep, let's knock them back. Wait for the mana to come back. We got another soul right there. And as many as we can kill on this side, it doesn't matter because we're kind of taking them out of the fight with that timeline. All right, so over here what I need. That's too far away, which is unfortunate. I need to be closer. All right, that's all of our souls for right now. I'm going to carry her down this way. Actually, no, I'm going to follow her back over here to help out with this. And then we're going to go over to this side. And with this right here, we're going to pepper these guys right here as they come around the corner. We're going to give it to them nice and stiff and kind of see how it goes. She's still right behind me. She's going to harass them. I may actually be able to get all of them. Yeah. It's looking pretty good right now. I can't guarantee like crazy good results, but if I also harass them, we can really take some heat off the rest of our party. And then we just have to wait in the timeline. All right, knock them back, get my mana back. Oh, I ran out of mana at the wrong time. All right, wait for him to leave. Get back in here. Perfect. All right, they are on him, but that's fine. That leaves me with some room to mess around with. Over here, I need you boys to die. That's what I need. So I'm going to put down a fire spirit right there. I'm going to put down a fire spirit right there. They have unfortunately attacked the wrong people, which is really kind of not that great. I wish they had attacked the right people. But it does look like we whittled down a couple of them over here. And those center guys, we can combine our fire from when she comes down to like right here to attack them. And I think we'll be okay. Okay, so there's our teleport spot right there. And now we wait. Now we wait. Because that echo right there is going to handle that entire grouping. And then when she gets done and she jumps these guys right here, that's when we're going to help out. Okay, almost there, almost there, almost there. Wait, how come our other shadow didn't attack right there? Oh, this is not ideal. Our other shadow should have killed all those, right? Where's our other shadow at? Oh, that's not going to be enough distance, I don't think. Amon's still getting chewed on, too. Oh, not enough. I ran out of mana at exactly the wrong time. Oh, dude, what happened to our... Why didn't our shadow... Oh, dude, no. Why didn't our other shadow do the thing it was supposed to do? Like, our other shadow completely finished off that group right there. Why was that group still alive? Oh, something must have gone wrong, dude. The fire spirits must have messed the whole thing up. Because they shoot at the same spots regardless. And so I must have changed something. Oh, dude, that's so upsetting. I thought I had it. All right, so we'll come back over here. You guys are up next. I just dinked one of my shots off a tree, which is really kind of unfortunate, and I wish I hadn't. All right, so we got that done right there. Let's go ahead and roll back this way. We'll turn this on right here. And then there's no guarantee that this is going to work because I'm going to put the trees in. But we'll just kind of fire wildly into that group and hopefully our shadow ends up killing something. They are now charging, which was not crazy expected. On the plus side, we did kite a lot of them over here, so that saves us a little bit of a headache. I'm going to go through the portal real fast and just let them run up on it. I was going to say, if we can keep juggling them over here and just really, really annoy them. I think it'll work out okay. Okay, so that's all the time that we have for right now. Now, I need to astrally project, and I need to get you activated. 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 I need to get you and you. There we go. So we got all that done. I have no idea what that thing does right there, but we'll go ahead and animate it and see what happens. Because frankly, I have no clue. I couldn't honestly tell you exactly what's going to take place right there. On the plus side, you can see goatmen flying through the sky right now, and I feel like that's always a really, really good sign. We don't want to mess up the timeline too badly, so I'll probably start firing right about the time she comes out. Oh, they didn't get caught. That sucks. Okay, well, that just basically wasted our second timeline. Yeah, they didn't get caught up the way that they were supposed to. Feels terrible. Okay, I'm going to wait for her to teleport back over here. We will put in a fire spirit, like right there. They are on me because I triggered them with my aggro, so we are SOL right now. Luckily, the fire spirit helped out, so it's not that big of a problem. Oh, dude, I think that one right there is going to mess everything up. Yeah, it's really a shame that the fire spirits have their own aggro table. Like, because that really messes things up a lot of the time. Okay. We will help out over here so that we've got like a double machine gun thing happening. We will run back through the portal the exact same way we always do until they de-aggro. Alright, looks good. Our goatmen, though, are way the hell over there, and I need to pull them back over this way. I'm kind of like jimmy-rigging this one together. This is not ideal. Oh, those goatmen are quick, bro. They're quick. They got some wheels on them. They got some wheels. Okay, back through the portal. Just use that to reset aggro. All right, now, hey, we did it, dude. We survived. All right. I am a chronomancer, even though I tend to mess up my previous timelines, dude. It looks like we do get to upgrade our stuff, so that's pretty sweet. That's nice. I like the upgradable paths. Kill 2 more enemies before stopping. Fireblood, he shoots 3 more times before disappearing. Yeah, Spirit Blast. Honestly, I feel like the tree one is the best one to take. But yeah, this is Time Melters. Kind of a unique, interesting take. I can't really compare it to anything that I've ever really seen before. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games. Today it was Time Melters. Quite a weird little title. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for stopping on in, and that's all I got for you. Bye-bye, everybody.